All right, we are live on Dodgers Digest. It's the Monday morning live stream. I'm Mike Nelson. I'm here with Brad J. After definitely a difficult day for us Dodger fans. How you doing today, Brad?
Well, I think I'm kind of over the loss by now, but
Oh,
man,
I'm not. I'm still pissed
that
off,
one's
man.
that one stung me last night. To hang that and watch that whole entire game and to have that unfold at the end, I don't know what to say. It's not the same Trinan, that's for sure. He's a different guy. There's 100%. I don't know the problem here with him, but something's going wrong with that guy.
Yeah, I mean Blake Trinan definitely is not the same guy. Even Alex Vesia has had his struggles this season, and of course he was the one that gave up the winning shot in the ninth inning. And yeah, just definitely a lot of problems from just so much to talk about yesterday's game. Yesterday I
Yeah.
did a 10-minute video on the game, but it could have been a lot more, right? It could have been definitely a lot more because there was just so much to talk about.
Well, okay. Well, Trinan is the biggest problem with having. If this was just a one-time thing with Trinan that he's had a problem, and that's it, then I'd be fine with that. But this seems to be the Trinan that we keep seeing. He's definitely not the Trinan of last year, that's for sure. So I don't know how you address that situation with the guy, but something is going on with him that did not make me feel good. But as far as the Vesia thing that you bring up, okay, we can bring up the Vesia thing. The only thing with Vesia though, his fastball's been looking good. Now it's just a fastball mistake. He left it right in the middle, and this is a bad idea. I mean, he pitched good after that, but it's like, yeah, you make a mistake like that, they're going to make you pay, and that's what they did. But you still got to look at what the Dodgers did on the base path. What was it? 16
16
left on
runners.
base.
That's nuts.
16. You're not going to win games if you're going to leave a small village on the base path.
That's crazy. That's almost the whole team, basically.
Yeah, ridiculous amount to leave. And then to make things worse, you got Shohei trying to steal third, and that wasn't part of the plan. He did that as his own. Even Dave Roberts said that was not a good baseball play, and he did that on his own.
Yeah.
So in a situation like that, why are you doing that? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's like they said on the broadcast, right? First time since 1982 that the Dodgers get at least 10 hits and 10 walks, and they find a way to lose the game. That was almost 40 years ago, right? Kind of
Oh my
crazy
God.
that stat happened again. But yeah, no, the idea of the Dodgers not being able to hit with runners in scoring position definitely was the biggest key for me. I mean, I know the Dodgers bullpen blew it again, but I think the Dodgers had so many chances to really get
Oh
more
yeah.
runs, right?
Oh yeah, they had plenty of chances, and it's like Ray just sent one in and said the last two games, Trinan and Vesey are having problems. I don't. I mean, Ray, look, I appreciate you chiming in on that. I don't really think Vesey is having a problem. You're gonna see a mistake here and there, and that's all that was. I mean, what did he strike out two after that? It's
Yeah.
like he left the fastball in the zone. They teed off on it. That's a mistake. But other than that, his fastball's been looking good. So not worried about him. Trinan, on the other hand, I'm worried more about because this seems to be a regular occurrence for him where he's making mistakes like this.
Well, Trinan missed a lot of time too, so you got to remember that
Yeah,
Trinan's not 100% probably yet
yeah.
because remember he was out with that injury and that's going to be the big question mark, right? If he's able to get back to like you're saying the same Trinan as last year. I mean, there could be a possibility. Like we were talking about Tanner Scott a couple weeks ago, we were saying he just doesn't look normal, and we ended up being right, right? Tanner Scott went on the IL a couple
Yeah.
days later.
We said that.
Yeah,
If you remember, we said that. I think that the term was it smells like he's going to be going on the IL very soon,
yeah.
and it was the very freaking next day that he went on the IL.
Yeah,
So that
so
was
with Blake Trinan, you hope that that's not the case. You hope that he's not, feeling any injury because that will be another IL stint.
yeah. But if there's something wrong, you want him to go on the IL
Yeah,
because you want to give other dudes a chance. So it's like if something's wrong, but yet he's not going on the IL, and they're keeping him in the rotation, and they're making it happen. Like I don't think that's a good idea either. You got guys coming back. You got a lot of pitchers now. You can kind of pick and choose from a little bit more than you did. And if someone's not producing, I'm sorry, man. Does that guy go on the postseason, roster in 44 games for right now? It's hard to fathom that. And it's like if he's not the same and he's going to continue to do that, you've got to make changes.
Yeah, well, it all depends who's available, right? Which pitchers, like you're saying, if there's guys coming back and there's other names that they could go to, then there's no problem. But I guess the Dodgers sometimes feel like they have a limited amount of pitchers that they're disposable that they could use, right? I think that's why sometimes they're using some guys that are not sometimes at 100% in the bullpen. Like the starting pitching. Remember we had all those injuries for a while. But now, with everybody coming back, you feel a lot more comfortable with the rotation.
Oh, yeah, 100% feeling comfortable with the rotation the way it looks now. And they're saying Sasaki is improving so much faster that he's going to be going on a rehab probably, this week, I think. By the weekend, I think he goes on rehab, and then he comes back to play. And the Dodgers, if you notice how they've been pitching, they've been doing the 6-man or the 6-day rotation thing because – Glasnow hadn't pitched. That had been 6 days for him. Snell hadn't pitched in 6 days. So the Dodgers are already anticipating it coming with Sasaki coming back and getting that in. And then he's also said Sasaki he'll go where he needs to go. Obviously, they look at him as a starter, but if he needs to be long relief or something like that, that's an option that the Dodgers are going to have to look at. But someone either has to go on IL, someone's going to have to go down, or something's going to have to happen, especially when Sasaki comes back. Because now you're at full strength right there.
Yeah, that's basically it. When Sasaki comes back, you're full strength. And I could see, like you're saying, Brad, Sasaki going into that long relief, position because the Dodgers have, basically all the other starting pitchers that they have, I think you would put ahead of Sasaki, right? Looking at especially what we saw this year from Sasaki, I would choose any of the other guys that they have right now ahead of Roki. I don't know how you see that.
Oh, yeah. You got it like, what, you're saying like Sheehan would get it?
No, I'm saying like all the other guys you got. You got Ohtani, you got Yamamoto, you got Glasnow, you got Snell. All these guys I would put ahead of Sasaki. You know what I mean? Like in a rotation.
And Kershaw as well.
And Kershaw, right?
The way Kershaw's been pitching too.
That's what I agree with that. You would put all these guys ahead of Roki in a supposed playoff rotation or even later in the season. So, like, Sasaki, there's just not going to be enough room to have 7 starting pitchers, right? So I think he would have to switch his roles if everybody ahead of him is healthy. Brad, you lost me?
Oh, yeah, I just lost you for a second.
Yeah.
You got me back?
Yeah, I got you back, yeah.
That's what happens when I'm in a huge, massive house and my internet is too far away from me.
Yeah, it's funny because your video was okay, but just the audio went out. But,
good, so at least I'm looking good.
Yeah. No, yeah, but I was saying all these guys would go ahead of Sasaki. That's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah, and I agree. They have to, but you got to think Sasaki is a starter. You have to think Yamamoto is a starter, Snell's a starter, Glasnow's a starter, Kershaw's a starter. If you're doing it that way, then it kind of works for the whole rotation that the Dodgers have been talking about doing.
Yeah. We got to talk about Clayton Kershaw, how good he looked on Friday, right? He had one of his best starts against the Toronto Blue Jays, one of the best teams in baseball. You have to feel good about Kershaw, right? Because it's been a while. Last few years, it has been a bit of a struggle. And now it seems like he's finally feeling, I think, 100%, right? I think that's where it's at with Clayton.
Well, he lost the dad bod, right? I think he was a little heavy at the end of the World Series, so he did that. Then he got the surgeries. He got the bone spur taken off. So I think that what he's doing right now, he's reinvented himself. You got to like what Kershaw's done. You have to look at it the way he has basically recreated himself. He lost a lot of velocity when it came to his fastball. When that started dipping, he started still keeping the same game plan. And when you keep the same game plan when your velo stops, that's not good. So what Kershaw did, he already had other nasty pitches. He just had to learn to pitch with as not as effective as his fastball. He needed to be more of a placement pitcher, just the paint the corners. And that's what he's now done. And he's kind of resurfaced as just a solid pitcher still, even though he's lost, 5 miles an hour on a fastball? That's a lot to lose, and to still be effective, you got to give it up to the GOAT. He is definitely the GOAT for when it comes to the Dodgers.
Yeah, he's been really good for the team this year, and you hope that he stays healthy, right? I think that's the main key here, right? Because there's still 2 months left. There's still a lot of games to go. And we're going to need Kershaw to be at 100% like all the other pitchers, right? Because the Dodgers right now, like we were talking about, it's basically getting to that, right? It's a full strength. Everybody's at full strength right now when it comes to starting pitching. I think that's a good thing for sure.
Well, I think their plan to have more starters is going to cater to him in the long run. It's going to cater to Kershaw because it's going to cater to everyone because the Japanese pitchers, obviously Sasaki and Yamamoto, are used to having that, the 6 days or something like that.
Yeah.
And so by keeping to that, a guy like Kershaw, who's a little long in the tooth and getting older in there, he doesn't have to start every 5 days. I think that caters to him and helps him. Look, there's only 44 games left in the season. If you're going to split that up, with 6 pitchers, in a rotation, how many is that going to be? What is that, 3-4 starts there?
Yeah, basically.
That you're going to get. So I think what the Dodgers are doing is the smart thing to do. Yeah, last night was a tough one, yesterday was a tough one, but you got to look at it this way too. You won the series, and that's the whole goal, is to win the series. You beat a solid Toronto team, a first-place Toronto team, and you did it. So it's like, yeah, the sweep and not nice, but there's something Angels.
All right, lost you, Brad, but you're back now. Yeah, no, the way I see it though, with the Blue Jays, loss yesterday is, you would have liked to have seen, a sweep. The team hadn't gotten a sweep since July, right? Or it's still right. It hasn't been since early July. The last time the Dodgers got a sweep. So that that's kind of where you would have wanted to see that yesterday, especially with San Diego winning again yesterday. It's back to a 2-game lead. So that's where I think you would have liked to see the Dodgers get the win, and just because the fact the Dodgers had so many chances to win. I mean, the 9th inning, you expect the Dodgers to do a bit more, right? Even in the 8th inning too, right? Conforto pinch hitting pops up, that was disappointing, and then in the 9th inning, Ohtani striking out, that was absolutely heartbreaking. And then Betts, of course, not able to get the job done. So that's the problem there, right? 8th and 9th inning was how the Dodgers lost this game. But if you're looking forward for the Dodgers, I don't think you could be too concerned with the offense, right? I'm more concerned about the pitching and the bullpen. But when it comes to the offense, you can't be that concerned because the Dodgers have the best offense in baseball. And eventually, they're not going to leave 16 runners on base, I hope, in a playoff game.
16 runners.
Yeah.
16 freaking runners you leave on base. Like I said, it was a small village they left on base yesterday that you've got to convert. All right. But then here's where I see people saying the Dodgers are not like one of the best teams in baseball. That's bull.
What do you mean? They're not one of the best.
Yeah, I mean, I hear people saying that, oh, yeah, no, they're not. I'll tell you right now, the Dodgers are the best team in all of Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
I don't care what the record says.
Yeah.
Look at on paper. They're the absolute best team. You match up player to player to any other team out there, the Dodgers take it no matter what. So when I hear people whining saying they're only 3rd in the National League and they're like maybe 4th or 5th in all of baseball, that's crap, man.
Yeah,
they're the best team in baseball on paper no matter what. They're starting to convert. They're getting guys back. I called it. Perfect storm's coming, man. Perfect storm's coming. Everyone's coming back. Everyone's going to get a full string, and you're going to get hot when you're supposed to get hot, and that's the last 40 games of the season. You want to be solid, and that's what the Dodgers are going to be. So, to me, best team in baseball, still, no matter what the freaking record says.
Yeah, I mean, before the season started, the Dodgers were seen as the best team, because of especially with all the acquisitions they got, World Series champions, and they went on and got even better in the offseason. And yeah, they still are, and especially now, with like you're saying, everybody's coming back. The perfect storm. I mean, you can't really argue the Dodgers are clearly World Series favorites. I mean, we're not trying to sound biased here. I mean, the Dodgers are clearly World Series favorites. There's nobody else there's nobody. The Dodgers are playing at full strength, and they're healthy, and they're doing everything that they should. Who could beat this team in a 7-game series? Really, I can't see it.
And then you look at what the Dodgers have done and accomplished by losing all their starters, dudes not hitting, guys cut new contracts, guys not hitting. Like, look at what they've done and how much stumbled, injuries left and right, and how much they've stumbled. Oh, but where are they at? Oh, they're in first place still. Okay. So that just goes to show it's like they're resilient and they are going to get hot at the right time because they're starting to show it. Mookie's having better at bats. His past That's over. I like Mookie getting hot at the end of the season
Oh yeah.
rather than Mookie being hot at the beginning of the season. So I could care less about that at all, completely.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's crazy that there was criticism. Like, I mean, the criticism of Mookie was, I think, unnecessary, right? I mean, I think some people were saying like trade Mookie and this and that. I mean, come on. I mean, Mookie Betts is going to stay with the Dodgers for the rest of his career, and he's had a really bad year, but he's still, look at what he did this weekend, hitting, what is it, the
Yeah.
2-run homer, getting the winning home run on Friday.
Hey.
And, I mean, come on, he's still clutch when he needs to.
Time to hire J.D. Martinez as a
There we
hitting
go.
coach, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because he came out and visited Mookie out there in Tampa Bay, and look, that's where Mookie turned it around. He came back from there and was a whole different Mookie because of that. So I think J.D., since he doesn't have a job right now, maybe that dude should be coming in and helping the Dodgers out.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. But yeah, Mookie Betts, I think, is a player that the Dodgers, he's going to turn it around. I think we have to be confident that he will be there for the Dodgers in the playoffs. But like I said, they were talking about yesterday on the post game. I thought it was interesting what Dontrelle Willis was saying, and I wanted to ask you about it. The Dodgers bullpen, especially the middle bullpen, and even the closer role, right? Tanner Scott, especially earlier this year, the Dodgers have given up a lot of home runs against the top teams, right? Against like the Blue Jays, the Phillies, the Brewers. Yeah. We saw that. So what do you think about that? Do you think the Dodgers, are you concerned at all about the Dodgers really struggling against the top teams, or is this something that will get fixed come playoff time?
Well, no, I'm definitely concerned about the bullpen. That's probably the only concerning thing I have regarding the Dodgers right now is how the bullpen fits in towards the end of the season. With 40-some-odd games left, how do you fit him in? Who's the guy you want to go to? Who's the setup guy? Like, I feel like they're still trying to feel that situation out, and that's the biggest glaring problem I see with the Dodgers is that right there. And, look, beating Toronto 2 of 3 and they're a first-place team, that was key. That's something the Dodgers needed to be strong with. And how they can also get rid of naysayers is take care of take care of Padres, because they got to face Padres 6 times in 2 weeks. So I'm okay with everything the Dodgers are doing. It's the bullpen I worry more about. How is it going to line up? Who's your 7th inning guy? Who's your 6th inning guy? Who's your 8th? Who's your 9? Who's your closer for right-handers? Who's your closer for left-handers? Like, what's the plan? That's the one thing I think the Dodgers need to address, and that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, well, I think the problem, though, with the Dodgers bullpen is that they have been overused this year. I mean, you got to remember earlier this year, the Dodgers had so many injuries, and they had to use their bullpen like no other team had to this year. And that's where I think it is. I mean, no matter what you do, it's going to take its toll as the months go along, right? And that's where I think the Dodgers really, there's no way around that. And the only way around that probably is starting pitching, right? They're going to have to get really good starting pitching. They're going to have to take leads in games. Because I don't know, I just can't see this year being one of those years that the Dodgers have bullpen games come playoff time, or even, the bullpen last year was one of the best in the playoffs. And this year, I don't know if we're going to be able to see that, Brad, because this team is they've used up so much of the bullpen this year that there's going to be wear and tear, as the months go along.
And you got a couple guys coming. Kopech's coming back too as well. Isn't Gratterall supposed to be back by before the end of the season? Yeah. So you got a couple of heads coming back, which is good right there. And then your starting pitching is going to kind of take care of you, because your starting pitching is what you got intact going into. It's a different postseason. So how you face the Dodgers last postseason is how you face them this year. It's going to be completely different, because they're going to have all their starters back. And, I mean, barring a stupid injury or something between one of them, but I like them spacing everybody out more, so they're not depending on guys all the time. And Dodgers have the depth for starting. But you want to see, seeing Snell get all those strikeouts was awesome, but you'd like to see him just get some weak ground balls and some not just lower pitch count. Because, you can strike out 12 guys, but you got to be taken out in the sixth inning. Or the 7th inning. That's tough, man. You really want these guys to be able to go 7 for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So just to save them somewhat.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get that, that's what you need. You should probably read something. We got some
comments here. Yeah, we got Ray.
Yeah, what do you got?
We got Ray saying, we already talked about trying to invest. Yeah, Alfonso saying good morning. Oh, yeah. he's saying Roberts had questionable decisions. What do you think of the people still hating on Dave Roberts? I mean, I don't really blame him yesterday. I mean, I don't blame Dave Roberts for yesterday's loss, but a lot of fans were jumping on Dave. What do you think?
I don't blame him for yesterday's loss. You and I are in 100% agreement on that. And when he makes decisions, like he does make some bad decisions, but every manager is going to make a bad decision no matter what. Sometimes I feel like he does tend to overmanage the game. That's it. I'm like, if that's my only knock on the guy, that's really it. A little bit of overmanagement sometimes and playing the numbers. Like you can look at a guy before they've even picked the lineup, and you can see how good he's done against the opposing pitcher on his batting average. And Roberts will play off that every single time. You go, oh, yeah, Conforto's batted .330 against this guy. He's going to be in the lineup that day, no matter what, because of that. So he does make a little bit of overmanagement mistakes here and there, but I love Dave Roberts being where he's at. And I know there's camps that are like, I hate Dave Roberts. He should be gone. Or I like what Dave's doing. It's not easy to manage. So, I mean, he's still the manager for the World Series champion team. So no matter how you look at it, and he's on the team. I'll tell you right now, he's already signed another contract. Why are you still complaining about it?
That's he's not going anywhere. Yeah,
he's there. You might as well start focusing on something else to complain about because he's not one. Keep it on the Conforto stuff because leave Dave Roberts out of the equation. Yes, he'll make some mistakes down the road, but hopefully those aren't mistakes that cost us like a World Series in the end, which I don't think it would.
Yeah, no, Dave Roberts isn't going anywhere. I mean, last year the Dodgers won a World Series. They came back in the first round. Sure, if they would have lost against the Padres in the first round, the Dodgers would have another manager right now. But that didn't happen. So, so Dave Roberts is not going anywhere. He signed a new contract. The Dodgers could lose in the first round this year, and he's not going to get fired. It's just not going to happen.
He'll be back.
He will be back next season. Year. I think the main thing we have to kind of go after right now is the Dodgers, just not coming up in the big moments, right? Yesterday, I mean, that's it. I mean, that's where, come on, in the ninth inning, you have the bases loaded with one out, and you have Ohtani, the top of your lineup coming up. I mean, the Dodgers have to get it done there. That's the game right there. That's the game.
Yeah, and Ohtani just looks. He just when the pressure's on him, sometimes he looks confused out there. Like he's just going for pitches that are so far out of the zone.
Yeah,
and it's like, man, are you not picking it up? You're not picking the read up out of his hand. What's going on that? Or are you pressing to try and hit one out? So
well, they were talking about how they were talking a little bit about how Ohtani, in order to get him out, I think a lot of teams are going to start pitching him down and away. Right, they're going to give up on the fastballs and all that, and they're going to start going down and away to get him to chase outside, give him the ground out, and that's what I think a lot of teams are going to start doing on Ohtani.
He's going fishing.
Yeah,
he's going fishing every single time out there. Hey, here's one from Raider Man. Raider Man says, "What up, boys? Feeling the heat? Are you down to a 2-game lead? I told you guys if we don't have a 6 or 7 run lead, the way the offense is not clicking, shaky ground, boys." All right, thanks, Raider Man.
Well, I mean, I think
I'm not worried. I'm not even worried at all. I'm not. Padres are 2 back. Okay, that doesn't worry me at all.
Well, let's see. I mean, I think this week is super important, right? I mean, the Dodgers have to play the Angels starting tonight, and we know the Angels always play the Dodgers tough. That's just the way it is. I don't know why. Even if the Angels are last place, which they aren't this year, the Angels are a pretty, they're not a playoff team, but they're decent, right? They're going to give the Dodgers some trouble. That's going to be a tough series the next 3 days. It's going to be sold out. A lot of fans for both teams. It's always really fun. And then, of course, next weekend is huge, right? So I think the Dodgers have to, of course, take this series first.
Sure.
Like as a big series against the Angels. They can't overlook the Angels, right? And I don't know. I feel like the Dodgers might. That's where I'm a little bit worried, Brad. Do you think the Dodgers might overlook the Angels? Because it seems like a lot of guys are already looking forward to Friday, but we got 3 games first.
Yeah, we do. And look, the Angels swept the Dodgers, and they did that at Dodger Stadium. I mean,
don't remind me of that.
If that doesn't bother you as a player, that you got swept by your crosstown rivalry in your stadium when you're a much better team, if that doesn't give you any freaking motivation to beat the crap out of them in 3 games, I don't know what else it would need. Then take your pulse because there's something wrong with you. Because if you're a Dodger and you're happy with that sweep in Dodger Stadium, blue heaven on earth. Are you kidding me? You can't settle for that kind of crap. And this is a chance to go and make amends and sweep them right back. Yamamoto on the mound tonight, Sheehan on the mound, and then you end with Shohei.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy.
Pitching.
Yeah,
and that could set you up for the Padres right there. You come out, and who cares what the Padres do? You just come out and beat the Angels. Don't even worry about what the Padres are going to do, because you're going to face them 6 times in the next 2 weeks. That's a lot of times to face your team. So at the end of these 2 weeks, we're going to have a very clear idea how the picture will be painted throughout the rest of the season. For sure. 2 weeks, count it. 6 times against the Padres. We're going to take care of it. But you got to start with the Angels. Don't take them light. They swept you at home. If that's not embarrassing enough, come on. That's got to give you motivation.
Yeah, the Dodgers have unfortunately been swept a few times this year, which is kind of surprising, right? The Astros, the Brewers, the Angels. Those are bad series that the Dodgers just didn't get done. And now, got to go to Angel Stadium. You hope San Diego could drop some games against San Francisco, but they've been playing pretty well as of late. That's where I think that San Diego has been getting a lot of W's, but the Dodgers got to take care of their own business, right? I mean, if the Dodgers win against the Angels and then they win next weekend, it doesn't matter what San Diego does. It means absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. That's it. It means nothing. That's why if you're the Dodgers, you want to go into the San Diego series, the first 3 of 6, and you want to go because you dropped 2 or 3 from the Angels or something like that, and you want to be even with them, that's ridiculous. You can shut the door right now, and with Yamamoto on the mound and the Dodgers are hitting, I don't think tonight's going to be a problem. I think the Dodgers have an easy time of tonight. Sheehan, not sure how that's going to go tomorrow night, but I think Shohei, too, as well, is going to be pumped up. And if they only let him go 5 innings, hopefully those are scoreless 5 innings for the Angels.
I can't wait to see Ohtani pitch at Angel Stadium. That's going to be so fun. I mean, come on. Former Angel.
They lined that thing up pretty good, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
They lined up that matchup good. And if you look at the rest of you can look at the rest of the schedule, okay? So you look at how many teams are below 500 that the Dodgers face. Look, they have 7 games in this last 44 against Colorado. If that doesn't give you a chance to add some W's, what's Colorado? 30-87 is their record. You face them 7 times. That's awesome. You face Arizona 6 times, okay? And they are 57-61. So you're facing teams. You face in Baltimore, who's 56-65, 3 games there. You got to take the wins when you can get them. And San Francisco is just – they're at 500 right now.
Well, they're out of it. They're done.
Yeah, and you got 7 games against them too as well.
Yeah.
Take care of the teams that are 500 and below, and the season takes care of itself. Boom.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, basically, you got so many games against non-playoff teams, which obviously sets the Dodgers up well to win the division. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. The Dodgers, I mean, these next 6 games against San Diego are key, right? If San Diego wins the majority of the games, then we're talking about something else. But the Dodgers win these games, I mean, the Dodgers are going to win the division. It's basically for the division this month, right? If they win these 2 series, it's impossible for San Diego to win the division. That's how I see it.
No, you're right. I think I got to agree with you, too, on that. If they take care of business out of these 6 games in the next 2 weeks against the Padres and get those W's and win both series, then I think it's a foregone conclusion the Padres will not be battling to try and win the division for sure.
Yeah, and right now it's only San Diego or LA. I mean, there's no other teams in contention for the division, right? San Francisco, Arizona are done. I mean, they're not going to catch the Dodgers.
Well, I think San Francisco's 9 back.
Yeah, well, that's too much. So. This late in the year, it's too many games.
Yeah. 40 something, just over 40 games. Yeah, that's not. Well, and Brad Stradamus has predicted that the Dodgers will finish with a 10-game lead over second place. The second place.
Yeah,
the Padres,
you did say that.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm still holding to that right now. I feel the Dodgers will have a 10-game lead, and I also think the Padres are going to fizzle. I really do, because I don't think they're going to hold up. And especially with the Dodgers, because they played the Dodgers when they weren't doing so good.
Yeah.
And now they're going to play a different Dodger team when the offense is better and starting pitching is back. So I don't see how they don't. And I still predict Shohei to really get close to that 60 number by the end of the season.
Yeah.
You know that he's only 5 home runs away from having 100 home runs in 2 seasons for the Dodgers?
That's nuts, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to happen,
he's already
too.
got the,
42
yeah, he's
already.
He's already got the franchise record with 54 from last year. So it's like, I mean, he's going to break his own record by the end of the year for sure. I'd like to see him hit 60. To have a Dodger go down in the history books that's hit 60 home runs, that would be pretty awesome.
It would be. It would be crazy. Let's go to the comments here. Oh, we got another lot of Roberts fans. Just people just angry at Dave Roberts. James saying, what is he saying? He said Dave Roberts really pisses me off. Anytime he talks, I turn him off.
I'd like that.
Yeah. We also got James saying Blake Snell was awesome the other day. What about Blake Snell? You got to be excited about the two starts I saw from playing Tampa Bay on Sunday, and then pitching against the Blue Jays Saturday, right? On just a 1 week later. What do you think about Blake Snell?
Happy to see him come back and do good. I mean, I know I gave him a little trash talk on that first outing that he had, where it was 3 or 4 earned runs he gave up, but those were just mistakes. Like, he showed who he is. He came in. He looks good. I mean, I tell you right now, between Yamamoto, you got Glasnow, you got Snell, you got Kershaw, all looking really good. Ohtani, but the whole thing with Ohtani is, like, sometimes do you have him pitch if he's only going to pitch 5 innings and you have to go to the bullpen every time? Like, so the guy could pitch lights out, and it could be 0-0 at the end of the 5th inning. You pull him out, and then, oh, no, what's going to happen? So that thing, like, with Ohtani, I know when do you let him go more than 5 innings?
No, you never do.
You let him go 6? You never do? The whole season, you would never let him go to a 6th inning.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends how he's feeling, but I think the Dodgers are going to be very careful with Ohtani when it comes to his pitching, because they can't risk any injury. He's got to be the designated hitter. He has to be in the lineup every day. They can't give him any days off. We haven't seen any days off for Ohtani. It's an everyday kind of thing, which I told everybody that was going to happen. The Dodgers were not going to do what the Angels did and do this, give him the day off for his car day out. They're not doing that. They need Ohtani out there every single day. So they're going to really limit Ohtani when it comes to his pitching. And that's why, come playoff time, he's not going to be the number 1, the number 2, the number 3. He's going to be number 4, number 5 if it gets to that. I mean, that's the thing. Yeah. Ohtani in the playoffs pitching is going to be less than what we're seeing now. And we might not see it at all. If all the other guys, I mean, that's a good question. If everybody's there, if all the other guys are healthy, do we even use Ohtani in the playoffs for a start? Because
no,
I don't think we do.
Though. But how about long relief?
Yeah, well, long relief is a possibility, right?
Yeah, you're pulling a guy in the 5th inning right now, and you got Ohtani, who's DH, who can get lights out, and all your other guys are spent. Yeah, I think you.
But with long relief, Brad, there's always that problem, though, because if he runs into any problems, you pull him out of the game, you're pulling the bat out, too. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's where I think it gets a bit because the Dodgers look at yesterday. 9th inning, you have Ohtani coming up. That's what you want. You don't want somebody else out there batting. You want Ohtani batting with the bags loaded in the 9th inning.
Yeah, Freeman. I guess you could argue Freeman would be good to have.
No, but I'm saying if another player is the DH, they have to pencil in somebody else because he's out of the game.
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah, let's say he pitches the 6th and 7th, and they have to pull him out. 8th and 9th inning, who's going to bat at DH? Right?
Yeah, I see how. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, we don't have to use him like that. Maybe we just use him just use his bat. Whatever we can do. Hey, here's one from Harold Smith. You got to hear this one.
Yeah.
Sunday's game sums up this team in a nutshell. It is not going to magically change in October.
I don't know, man. We got to be more positive, Harold. I mean, we have to be positive. These guys won the World Series for us last year, right? I mean, it's not a scrub team. Come on.
And you can't just negate everyone on the team right now and say, it's all over. It's done. This is what happened on Sunday is going to happen. Didn't they win the series? Didn't they take 2 or 3?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they took 2 or 3 of that one. So Harold Stradamus predicting it's not going to magically change in October.
But I just like the passion from Dodger fans because we have a lot of really, passionate Dodger fans, which is great. We're the best fan base in baseball. And, we really appreciate everybody always for the support. But, we have a lot of fans that I think are really pissed off after yesterday. As myself, I'm still kind of angry about yesterday's loss. And, I think we just have to kind of take it like, baseball, it's a new day today, right? I mean, we got another series today. You hope that, I talked about this yesterday. You just hope that it didn't take out too much out of the Dodgers. Yes, hopefully the loss didn't take too much out of them because they have to focus and play another game today. And that's where I'm a little bit worried. You think these guys can mentally just go right into the next series that starts today?
I think they can because for one, they're home, right? They're
Yeah.
in their own bed, so they're
Yeah.
playing the Angels, so they don't got to travel very far to play them. So they've been home for a good stretch of time right now. So your comfort level should be there because you're not on the road, you're not on long flights or anything like that. You're being able to stay in the area, which is key for the Dodgers. So I think they're going to respond back. I think that they know what the Angels did to them, and if you don't know what they did to him at your own yard at Dodger Stadium, blue heaven on earth, they swept the Dodgers, and that's you can't. If you're a Dodger, you cannot feel good about that. Here's one from Tim Rash. Tim Rash says, "You said the key words, Brad. If the Dodgers are hitting, if they hit, no one's going to beat them. If they don't hit, they will lose."
Yeah, that's a given. I like that point, Tim, because the Dodgers have the best offense in baseball. I mean, if they're hitting, nobody could beat this team, and if they're not, the pitching is kind of suspect, as it always been, even last year.
But starting pitching will keep you in the game, even if you're not hitting.
Yeah, if everybody's healthy. Yeah.
Yeah, and a bloop and a blast or something like that, or playing small ball in those situations, which I think the Dodgers sometimes when they don't give run support should think about maybe mixing it up and playing some small ball for a game when you got a pitching duel going on. And I think that sometimes Roberts doesn't play that game at all.
Yeah. But, I mean, let's be realistic, though. I think the Dodgers, I mean, it would be a bit naive to say that the Dodgers are not going to have any more injuries for the rest of the year, right? I mean, you hope that happens, but you never know who could go down, right? I mean, that's when I'm talking about the pitching, right? Because the hitting, I mean, you can't have any injuries in that. But I'm saying if another starting pitcher goes down, do you feel any, a little bit more concerned, right, when it comes to the pitching? Because, I mean, do you really think all these guys are going to be healthy come October? I mean, it's still 2 months away.
I think you could get one starter. Okay, so if you have Sasaki back, right, and you have all your starters, I think you have the availability of having one get injured, and you're still going to be okay because you have an extra starting pitcher basically than most teams have. So I feel with the Dodgers, they could deal with a single injury to one of their starters, but it goes back to if you get two guys go down in the last 44 games, then that means you depend heavily on a bullpen that's not as effective as it was last year.
Because it's been overused. I mean, it's not because these guys are lousy pitchers. I think people have to realize the Dodgers have really good guys in the bullpen. I mean, any other team would love to have the names the Dodgers have in the bullpen. They would love to have these guys. I mean, right? I mean, come on. Everybody would love to have Blake Trinan, Alex Vesia, Tanner Scott. They would Kirby Yates. All these guys. Anybody would love to have them. But these guys have been overused because of all the injuries that the Dodgers had earlier this year. So we can't depend on the bullpen to carry the Dodgers again like last October. We can't do that. Can't happen.
How about James Bostrom says Ohtani closer?
Yeah, you've said that before.
He's done it before.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
Yeah.
If you got a lead going into the ninth inning and you have a 1-run lead or a 2-run lead, I'd like him being a closer. I don't think there's anything wrong with that call. That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you hope that he closes it out because, he blows the game. He's got to come out. You don't have him for extra innings. But, if you're confident that Ohtani can, close the game out and get the win, then, I think that is a very strong possibility. You hope that somebody else in the bullpen, if it's not Tanner Scott, steps up to become the Dodgers' regular closer because they need a regular closer.
Yeah, and I think you just said it key right there. Who's going to be the guy to step up? Who is that guy? Who's the one all of a sudden, like last year you had so many different working pieces from the bullpen that were those guys that were able to, he's coming in, we got it. Like Gagne days, game over, right? And now you don't who do you get? That's why I feel like I kept saying, in this 40 games, there are 40-some-odd games that they have left, they've got to establish and figure out who's that person in those closing situations, whether it's 7th, 8th, 9th inning, who is that guy? Who's the lefty that you want to go with? Who's the righty? Who's the guy you set up with to go to the next guy? I think they have to develop that, and this is the time to do it with starting pitching. But starting pitching really needs to try to give them a break and try to get into 7 innings, man. That's what they really need to do to help the bullpen here in the remaining games. Yeah,
man, if the Dodgers don't do what you just said, Brad, then I don't think they get to the World Series, right? I mean that's how I see it. I mean, if the Dodgers don't fix these bullpen problems, how do they make the World Series? Because I mean, I understand you're saying the starting pitching, but I mean, this is modern baseball. I mean, none of these guys ever go more than 5 or 6 innings now. I mean, it's like
Right.
everybody's relying on the bullpen on like every team. It's not just the Dodgers. I mean, let's not bash the Dodgers. Say, oh, the Dodgers overuse the bullpen all the time. Everybody's doing that all across baseball.
Yep.
So that's a baseball problem.
Yeah, that's why long relief guys become very important. Long
Yeah.
relief left-handers, long relief right-handers, like a Robleski, having to be able to use Robleski in situations for 2 or 3 innings. That's pretty darn key for the Dodgers down the stretch, 100%. But I think they have when the rest of the guys come back going into the playoffs, I feel that they have the pieces that will work. I feel like they got them, but they got to decide where those pieces fit in. This one fits here. This one goes here. This one goes here. You've got to do something like that so because right now I feel like it's a crapshoot every single game. Who's Robert's going to put out this game in the 7th inning? And it's always completely different. So how do you get consistency? How do you get consistent just in the long run on who you're bringing out? I think they have the pieces. They just got to put them in the right places.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Dodgers have, like you said, all the pieces. They have the best team in baseball. I mean, I know it's always tough to talk about your favorite team when they just lost the game, right? I think that's like the worst time because you're like saying, man, we just dropped this game and we got to somehow pump this team up. But that I think you can't do it because if the Dodgers didn't win the World Series last year, we would be having a totally different kind of show right now. I think.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Well, I've learned. After working for the Dodgers as a DJ for the 5 years that I did, I learned how to absorb losses. And back in those days, there was a lot more losses than there are now, and you had to learn to adjust. And I remember, 2003, 2004, when the Dodgers lose a game, and I would be the DJ of the game that day. I would slam my headphones down. I'd just be, oh, we lost, and then I'd go drive home for the next hour, just salty, and it was somebody who'd worked there longer than me who said, hey, Brad, you can't take those losses personally. You got to have a short memory and get rid of them. And it wasn't until then that I started going, okay, dude, you got to just relax.
Yeah.
Because driving home pissed off because the Dodgers lost the game, and in a year where the Dodgers were just barely over 500, those were tough years to be part of. And sometimes you just got to turn it off the shoulder and move on.
Yeah, I mean, those were rough years. I mean, by August, September, the Dodgers were usually out of contention too, right? I mean, they were basically out of it.
I think they won division in 2004 when I was there.
Last day of the year, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So, and then speaking of the last day of the year, the Dodgers actually faced Seattle for the final 3 games of the season, and the Mariners have actually been playing some good.
Oh, you're talking about this season? Yeah.
Yeah, this season
yeah.
I'm starting to see that as something that could be something. And the last 6, they got 3 against Cincinnati too as well, but the 3 against Seattle, that's the end of the season.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Why are we playing an American League team at the end of the year? It's ridiculous.
And that doesn't make sense. That
doesn't make any sense.
But props to Ichiro getting his jersey retired.
Yeah, that was super cool on Saturday. Suzuki, one of the greatest baseball players ever, getting that jersey retired. Yeah, super cool for him. But yeah, I mean, the Dodgers, you just hope the last weekend of the year, the Dodgers have nothing to play for, right? I mean, hopefully we're playing AAA guys, and the series means absolutely nothing, right? That's what you hope.
What's your thoughts on Justin Dean, who they brought up? Plays all the outfield positions, but he's only got, one at bat so far. So
I mean, I think it's going to be hard for him to get a considerable amount of playing time. I mean, the Dodgers have so many guys ahead of him, and Conforto's going to seem like he's going to keep playing. So I mean, I don't. Where is he? How does he really fit on this team? I don't know how he fits.
Well, I mean, to me, I think with Conforto watch batting 190 right now.
Yeah.
I don't think, and he looked uncomfortable some of those at bats last night too as well. It's like, I think you give him a shot. I think you put him and give him a game. Give him a game against, put him out and left and let him play a game.
I know, but do you think it's realistic that Conforto gets left off the playoff roster? That's a good question.
Oh, man.
Is that really realistic?
I think it is. I think it is.
You can leave a player make it 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold up. He's batting 190, right?
Yeah.
Just take this into consideration. He's batting 190. What if that dips? What if he's down to 170 at the end of the season?
Yeah.
And you got other guys that are showing hey, and then you got Tommy Edmonds back. too as well. I mean, I don't know how you play that, but
I don't know,
to
man.
me,
I think
how do
it's
you
gonna be.
give? But how do you give a guy the whole entire year, right, to earn a spot in on the team? Yeah, you paid him
Yeah.
$17 million, but just because you paid him $17 million, but if you got guys that are outfielders that are hitting and he's not, I mean, do you leave him off the roster? I mean, I would strongly consider that if he drops another 20 points from that 190 to
Yeah.
170.
Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility. Yeah, if he keeps dropping, then yeah, maybe he probably will have to be left off the roster. But I just wonder if he's still around the same spot where he's at, 200, 195. I mean, I would just be, I'm really wondering if that's realistic. Conforto left off the NLDS roster. That's when it matters, right? I mean, right now, Conforto is going to be with the team for the rest of the season. But I'm talking about come playoff time when the decisions are obviously magnified. And do you leave Conforto off the roster for a guy like Dean, like we're talking about, right? Or, that's where the decisions, I think, are going to be tough for the Dodgers as an organization.
Well, James Bostrom, he said he's been active with us here today. He says, let him bat, let Alex Call get in there. They kicked Belly off the team for doing what Conforto did. I forgot about that. But I know that Belly, going into that season at the end, had a rough one. So, I mean, how long what's the rope? I was talking about it the other day. Like, you just let a guy play the whole entire season without producing at all, and then yet put him on the playoff roster too. Like,
yeah,
it's like, I don't know, man. 17 million or not, like, I don't know what you do there.
Well, no, but the thing is that's why Conforto is playing every day. I think people have to realize that's why Conforto is getting all the chances that he's getting. Because the Dodgers did invest a lot of money in him. That's why he's playing a lot. There's no other reason why.
Yeah, but how long, once again, do you
well, they already said that the whole season. He will be with the Dodgers the whole season. They did say that already.
Oh, no, he's staying with the team. But it's like,
they're not going to DFA him.
Yeah, and Roberts isn't giving other guys really a shot. Like Justin Dean, he's only going to be a pinch hitter.
Yeah.
Or a defensive replacement. That's all they're doing with him. He's not going to – he's been brought up, but not to get the start. I mean, he's not going to start and play the whole outfield, which I'd like to see the guy get that chance. I'd like to see him. He's 28 years old. He's had a rough go at it, but he's been playing some good ball. I just want to see other guys get a shot and see what they can do.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Dodgers. It's always great to have other players, wait in the wings. It puts pressure on these guys that are, sometimes overpaid and overhyped. But it's like, that's what you want. But I mean, unfortunately, in sports, especially now in sports, these guys make so much money that usually the players that get paid the most play. That's just how it works now, I think, sadly. But that's what it's turned into.
But, I mean, then again, you can also you don't have to set your playoff roster for every single series. It's series at a time, right? So maybe
I think if Conforto is hitting what he's hitting now, he doesn't deserve to be on the playoff roster. That's it. That's how I see it. Plain and simple.
Thank you, Mike.
He does not deserve to be on the playoff roster. I mean, he just doesn't.
190, dude.
Yeah, come on.
Exactly. 190, and he's not even having good at bats. I mean, if the dude was getting, strikeouts or something, but getting a 10 pitch at bats, I don't have a problem with that as much as you just have a guy just like looks confused. And the only time he plays good if he's in San Francisco or if he's in New York.
He'll be there next year wearing the Giants jersey probably. So.
Oh, I'm sure he will be. and then he'll probably play against the Dodgers and then do good.
Yeah.
It's like, and then we're all going to be saying, "Where were you last year, dude?
Yeah.
We could have used you." Like.
Yeah, I mean that's it's just been a really rough go to watch Conforto, but I mean, yeah, you just hope the Dodgers can turn it around and they could bounce back tonight. I think that's going to be the key. Yamamoto goes deep. Gets a lot of good innings because we got to save that bullpen for this weekend, right? The Dodgers got to have everybody ready to go for this weekend because it's going to be an electric series. It might be some of the best games we've seen all year coming up this weekend against San Diego.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. Because you're like the Angels, you don't think that's going to be a good series, right?
Well, it'll be good, but I think the Dodgers are like you were saying. I think the Dodgers are set up well to win these games. We don't want close games against the Angels, right? We can't have extra inning games and then have to play more. I mean, this weekend are going to be probably all really close games, right? Padres are going to bring their
100%.
best, I think.
Yeah, that's why the Dodgers, once again, not to beat a dead horse, but that's why the Dodgers need to take care of the Angels. Look, once again, I mean, if you got to feel something after being swept at home by them. So if that's not a reason, and then you got a good pitching setup with Yamamoto, Sheehan, and Shohei, 1, 2, 3. I think that looks good too. That bodes well for him, and then that also gives Snell a chance, and Glasnow also to pitch against the Padres for when that series starts. So I think they're setting it up well. I think you need to take care of business, and you need to beat the Angels, and you need to win that series no matter what, 2 of 3. But a sweep at their home field would be a nice return for what they did to the Dodgers earlier in the season.
James is talking about Alex Call. What do you think about Alex Call, the new pickup for the Dodgers? I really like the bunt he laid down yesterday. That's what I like about Alex. That was awesome.
That was a textbook bunt too.
Yeah.
That was perfectly placed. I like Alex Call. Let's see what he does. I like Freeland too. I like seeing the young guys get there. I want to see Kim come back into the mix. I want to see Justin Dean get in there because they're talking defensive replacement. So it might be a situation where, let's say Conforto's playing left field. You're down to the 8th inning. You pull Conforto. You put Justin Dean out there as a defensive replacement. I think that's a good idea. But I want to see him get some ABs and see what he can do for a team. Definitely the dude's got wheels, so he can steal some bases.
Well, Brad, I guess we're coming to an end here. I don't know if you have anything else to say before we wrap it up.
Just, hey, Dodger fans, here's the deal, man. It's a long season, 44 games left to go for the Dodgers, and they're going to lose some, they're going to win some. You got to look at 26. They can get pulled 26 wins. That's beating all these teams that are below 500. Their schedule looks good to them. You look at the rest of the schedule throughout the season, throughout the next 2 months, and it looks good. It bodes well for the team to put up some good numbers. So what do you do to set yourself up for the crappier teams you're going to play here? Well, take care of the Angels first and be positive. If the Dodgers lose a game, it's not about the game as much as you got to get the series. You got to win 2 of 3. You got to win 3 of 4, whatever the situation is. And that's what you got to do. That's it.
Yeah, you got to be positive.
And be positive. Be positive.
You got to be positive all the time.
Stop hating on Roberts. Let it go. Hold up. I'm going to let Roberts do his thing. He's going to make some bad decisions, but it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta just be positive, and all those Dodger fans that are heading to Angel Stadium tonight, be super loud. I wish I would be out there with you guys. I always love going to Dodger games at Angel Stadium. They're the best because you get to bash those Angel fans, which are cool too. I got a lot of Angel fans as well that are friends, but love to be out there with you guys. Who we got there?
This is the dude on the mound tonight.
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto's ready to go. He's fired up. Are you gonna take care of business? Yep, look at that. Saying yes. So that'll be it, man. Hey, members, you guys go through the day. Always think Dodger blue. And Mike, good rapping with you. And let's go Dodgers.
Let's go Dodgers, baby.